Hello guys and welcome back to another Premier League predictions video. Today we return with Game Week 34 getting ever closer to the end of the season, and we've got quite a few games to get through today as there is a couple of double game weeks with midweek fixtures coming up in next week. So we're going to rattle through these quite quickly, kicking off with game 1, Luton against Brentford, where I've gone for Brentford to win by 2-1. Pretty tough one to call. Luton obviously scrapping for their lives down at the bottom. Brentford, I think 7 points clear now of the bottom three, so they're starting to create a little bit of a gap. I've gone for them to win on Saturday, which would be a huge victory for them. Then at game 2, another big clash down at the bottom of the league. We've got Sheffield United hosting Burnley, and I've gone for a 2-2 draw in this one. Burnley have started picking up a few draws, although they're struggling to turn those draws into wins. And Sheffield United, although it's seeming like they're going to be going down again this year, again, in recent weeks they've had a couple of decent results, so I've gone for quite a few goals in a 2-2 draw. Game 3, tough game for Arsenal, who obviously lost to Aston Villa at home last week and then lost to Bayern Munich in midweek. Tough trip for them as they travel to Molineux to take on Wolves, although with Wolves lacking attacking threat with Mateus Cunha, Pedro Neto and Hwang all seemingly out for this fixture, I've gone for Arsenal to return to winning ways with a 2-1 victory. Another huge game at the bottom of the division. Seems like there's lots of those this week. Everton are hosting Nottingham Forest, and I think this might actually be the biggest of the lot. If either team can pick up 3 points here, it will really move them away from that bottom three. But with that in mind, I've gone for a 1-1 draw. Both teams have been drawing a lot of games recently, hence why I've gone for the draw. Game 5 sees Aston Villa hosting Bournemouth at Villa Park. Obviously, Villa went through on Thursday night on penalties against Lille, and I've gone for them to win once again here. They've got a good record at home, and Bournemouth's record on the road is not quite as good, so I've gone for Villa to win by 2-1. Game 6 is a fixture that generally produces a lot of goals, so I've gone for quite a few again in this fixture. Crystal Palace against West Ham, I've gone for a 2-2 draw. Palace off the back of that brilliant win away at Anfield. West Ham obviously knocks out of Europe in midweek, but did put in a good performance. Obviously now playing Thursday, Sunday, tough scheduling for them. I've gone for quite a few goals in a 2-2 draw. Game 7 is another of the title contenders, Liverpool, who slipped up at home to Palace, as I mentioned in Game Week 33. They have a tough game at travelling to the Cottage to take on Fulham, who have done really well in their home games this season. So with that in mind, and Liverpool having played on Thursday as well, again I've gone for Liverpool to drop points in a 1-1 draw. Now heading into the midweek games, kicking off with Arsenal against Chelsea on Tuesday night. I'm going to start rattling through these. I've gone for a 2-2 draw in this one. Generally lots of goals in Chelsea's games, and Arsenal get into that stage of the season where they begin to bottle, so I've gone for them to drop points once again. On Wednesday we've got quite a few fixtures, and that begins with Wolves against Bournemouth. Bit of a nothing mid-table clash, so I've gone for a 1-1 draw with neither team really having too much to play for. Crystal Palace Newcastle also on Wednesday. I've gone for Newcastle to win by 1-0. They've not got the best away record this season, but they are playing pretty well at the moment, so I've gone for them to win. Then the Merseyside derby, big one, also on Wednesday night, Everton against Liverpool. Now I did a bit of research into this fixture, and I've actually gone for a 0-0 draw. There's been quite a few of them at Goodison Park, and with Manchester City now looking as title favourites, I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool and Arsenal start to fade away, so I've gone for Liverpool to drop points once again here in midweek. Then the final game of Wednesday's fixtures is Manchester United against Sheffield United, where although I think United are rubbish, I've gone for the Red Devils to win by 2-1. And then the final game of the fixture, game number 13, is Manchester City travelling to Brighton. Of course they don't play at the weekend due to the FA Cup semi-final, but I have gone for them to win by 3-1, and this is actually my joker game as well, so I'm going to have to wait all the way until the end of the fixture for my joker. But quite a tough week to pick a joker as there's not really any bankers, and Manchester City always play well in this run-in, so I've gone for them as my joker. We'll quickly head over to the predictions website to see how we got on in Matchday 33 and to see if we still remain top of the table. So there are the league standings for you, and as you can see, we do still remain top, 4 points clear of my old man and Mr. E in second place. So yeah, happy to still be top. We've just got to see it out between now and the final few game weeks to the end of the season. We had a much better fixture last week after an abysmal showing in fixture 32. We were kind of top half of mid-table with 7 points. The highest was 11. It was quite a low scoring fixture with Liverpool and Arsenal both losing on Sunday. So if we take a quick look at exactly how we did get on, it was this 3-pointer on Saturday between Burnley and Brighton that really helped us out. A 1-1 draw, which was a pretty good prediction. Thank you, Muric, for basically kicking one into your own net. We also had Brentford to beat Sheffield United. Annoyingly, I'd gone for 2-1. There were a few people, including my old man, who had 2-0. Manchester City, of course, joker. As with this week, they just always seem to churn out the victories. So 2 points for that one. Nobody picked up 6 points with 5-1. And then the only other point we picked up in the fixture was that Monday night result with Chelsea absolutely smashing Everton at the Bridge. Cole Palmer was fantastic once again, but of course just the 1 point for us there. So we didn't really pick up a huge amount late Saturday or on Sunday. So as I say, it was sort of top half of mid-table. 7 points was enough to keep us at the top of the leaderboards for now, and we'll be looking to stay there between now and the end of the season. But that will do it for today's video, guys. I'll catch you in the next round of fixtures very soon. Peace.